Now, remember, folks, we're dealt certain cards at birth, the birth horoscope. We can't change it, but it's what we do with it that counts. There is, however, one area where we can actually change our horoscope. Every year on our birthday, the sun comes back to where it was when we were born. If we make another horoscope for this exact moment, plus or minor correction, it shows basically what happens to us during the year. The nice thing, there are several nice things about the birthday chart. One is we get a new one every year. So every year it's like being born again. The second thing is, if we don't like it, we can change it simply by traveling on our birthday. That's right. The birthday horoscope, like any horoscope, depends on where you are as well as when. We can't choose the when. We can't choose when our birthday happens, but we can choose where to be when it happens. So that's the whole key. If you don't like your birthday horoscope, you turn the wheel until you get something you like. Then you see how many degrees you have to turn the wheel. You look on the map, and that's where you have to be. Now, other astrologers initially disagreed over this tremendously. Some astrologers said, no, the birthday chart must always be set up for the place of birth. Some said, you have to set it up for the city of residence. Still others said, sure, you could change things by traveling, but if you travel someplace to change your birthday horoscope, then you have to stay there for the whole year. And to me, this sounded ridiculous because, you know, some people are born on ships and on planes. They never go back to where they were when they were born. And yet, that's their horoscope. It happened just at that moment. It should be the same thing for a birthday chart. If once a year on your birthday you're at a certain place, even if it's for a few minutes, that's your birthday horoscope. And that will affect you for at least 6 months. So I tried it for the first time in 1981. I went to Los Angeles and stayed there for 36 hours. I had some horrible things in the chart in New York, so I just turned the wheel. I put the difficult aspects in weak houses. I wasn't even looking at the money house. Quite by accident, it got stronger. And I figured I'd make a little more that year. My income doubled. Twice as many people called me for horoscopes, and I wasn't doing anything differently. So I've been traveling every year since. By the way, folks, you get 2 shots. Because 6 months later, there's the half-birthday chart, and I find that works very well, too. A client came to me, and she said her love life was dead. Would I please send her someplace to pick it up? So I sent her to Denver, Colorado for her half-birthday a few years ago, and she came back 6 months later and said, please, no more men. I put the planet Jupiter, the planet of good luck, in house number 5, the house of romance. And what happened was, she said things picked up almost immediately. Then one of her friends got her on the Rolanda Watts program, and that day they were talking about women who couldn't find dates. She got over 20 calls and letters from all over the country, and she said, I have a boyfriend now, but please, you know, these people are still bothering me. I told her to make a list of their names and sell it to other women. Always the Capricorn. At any rate, when you have your birthday chart in front of you or your half-birthday chart, if you don't like it, all you have to do is travel on your birthday and it will change. Now, sometimes the planets are really afflicted on your birthday to each other. And no matter where you go, you know, you can't change the angle between 2 planets. All you're doing is changing how the planets are arranged around you. You see, you're just turning the wheel. You're not taking the different parts of the wheel and moving them. Hey, if you could ever find a way to change the angle between 2 planets, well, probably it means that you have very long arms. No, all we do is we change the houses that the planets are in. So we put something nice at the top of the chart. The top of the chart is the house of career, and the career can blossom. We put something nice in the house of romance, and romance grows too. We can't always do that because if the planets are afflicted to each other, then it's a matter of going to a place that's the least bad rather than the best. That happens about 1 out of every 5 times. Other times, another 1 out of every 5, though, you can get things really, really superb. And you get 2 chances every year because there's the birthday and there's the half-birthday chart. One more very important thing. It's a technical thing, but I have to mention it. The Earth's orbit wobbles around the sun. And that means that, well, every year it takes the sun just a little bit longer to come back to where it was when we were born. Eventually, everybody's birthday winds up the next day because of this. You have to tell them when you're having the chart made up, if you're going to one of those chart services that print out horoscopes for you, tell them that you want the solar return or the half solar return chart precession corrected. Now write that down, precession corrected. That means that the sun will not look to be in exactly the same place as it was when you were born. There'll be a little difference, but that difference improves the chart tremendously. These are the charts that are the more accurate, precession corrected charts.